bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll give to Hyde. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Screen play, Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, Carr. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run high, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Taylor rolling to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. Remain here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 51 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. 808.
Carr to throw on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
29. 29.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, eluding the pressure right. Cooper's got it, and he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319. Z.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Finding room inside the 40. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And down to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On second down, here's Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Slow.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Bruce Irvin able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on second down. Taylor completes this to Cataway over on the right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Ready. 319. Slow.
Now Taylor on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Taylor finding his volume receiver Landry for a big one. 43 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On the counter, this is Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Slow. slow.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll sneak it with Taylor, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Justin Ellis in on the stop. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. That's why the whole play got stuffed.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Express.
They'll run again with Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Monday down. Get set. Low.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Carr now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Get set.
Shotgun now for Carr. This complete to Martin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Bruce Irvin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Get down, spread.
Carr now to throw. Fights loose. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Slow. Slow.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
They run high, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Taylor flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Taylor to throw on second down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On third down, Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good play.
And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now it's Taylor over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Taylor now to throw on third down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On second down, Taylor underneath for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Third and 2, now Taylor. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Take care of him. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On the handoff, Ledge. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr going to throw here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Carr now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. A run here with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second down, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds.